Sometimes football problems are not tactical, not technical, not even financial. Sometimes the biggest problem inside a football club is ego. And right now, many people believe that's exactly what's happening at Real Madrid. A squad filled with superstars, world-class talent everywhere. Yet somehow the team still looks broken, disconnected, unbalanced. And after another disappointing season, reports are now linking one man with a shocking return. José Mourinho, the special one. A manager who once transformed Real Madrid from a mentally weak giant into one of the most feared teams in Europe. But this time, the situation is completely different. Because Mourinho wouldn't just be fixing tactics, he would be fixing personalities. And honestly, that might be even harder. This current Madrid squad should be terrifying. Look at the names. Kylian Mbappé, Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, Federico Valverde, Aurelien Tchouameni, Rodrigo, and Arda Güler. On paper, this team looks almost unfair. But football is never played on paper. And that's the problem. Throughout the season, Madrid looked completely disconnected defensively. Players weren't pressing together, transitions looked weak, the structure constantly collapsed in big matches. And nowhere was that more obvious than in El Clasico against FC Barcelona. Madrid looked open everywhere, lost defensively, disorganized mentally. Barcelona could have honestly humiliated them even more if they fully accelerated.
And statistically, the numbers were shocking. Barcelona reportedly averaged over 1,100 more sprints per game than Madrid in La Liga. Madrid ranked last in sprint intensity. Last. For a club like Real Madrid, that is unacceptable. Because intensity is mentality. Running is sacrifice. And sacrifice is exactly what this team currently lacks. That's why Mourinho's possible return is becoming such a fascinating discussion. Because Mourinho does not tolerate passengers. He doesn't care about fame. He doesn't care about Ballon d'Or status. He cares about structure, discipline, and suffering for the team. Reports suggest Mourinho's demands are already very clear. He wants influence over the squad structure, not necessarily choosing every player himself, but deciding what profiles the team needs. And most importantly, no interference. Medical staff focus on medical work. Scouts focus on scouting. The president handles the business side, and Mourinho controls the dressing room. Simple. Because Mourinho believes confusion destroys authority, and authority is something Madrid desperately needs again. To understand why Mourinho could actually work, we need to go back to his first spell at Madrid. Back in 2010, Madrid were mentally broken in Europe. They hadn't reached a Champions League semifinal in years. Meanwhile, Guardiola's Barcelona were dominating world football with tiki-taka. Most teams tried copying Barcelona. Mourinho did the opposite. He built the anti-Barcelona. Instead of endless possession, Madrid became direct, explosive, and violent in transition. And the players he brought in were perfect for that system. Mesut Ozil, Angel Di Maria, Sami Khedira, and Ricardo Carvalho. Players built for intensity and transitions.
Then came one of the deadliest counterattacking teams football has ever seen. Cristiano Ronaldo, Karim Benzema, and Gonzalo Higuain leading the attack. Ozil creating magic. Di Maria sacrificing himself defensively. Xabi Alonso controlling transitions. Marcelo attacking aggressively from the left. And Cristiano destroying teams in open space. That Madrid side became terrifying. Cristiano scored 40 league goals, then 46. And tactically, everything made sense. Compact defensive structure, double pivot for protection, quick vertical attacks. Every player understood their role. But more importantly, Mourinho changed Madrid mentally. Before Mourinho, Madrid feared failure in Europe. After Mourinho, they started believing again. Even though his era ended with conflicts and dressing room tensions, many people believe Carlo Ancelotti later built his Champions League winning Madrid on foundations Mourinho had already created. Which brings us back to today, because this current Madrid side has a completely different problem. Too many stars want to be the main character. Too many players want freedom. Too many attackers refuse defensive sacrifice, and Mourinho would attack that issue immediately. There's an old story from Mourinho's first Madrid spell, where Alvaro Arbeloa claimed Mourinho even shouted at Cristiano Ronaldo during training, "You don't want to run? Fine, bench." Imagine Mourinho saying that to Vinicius or Mbappe today. That's the difference. Under Mourinho, reputation means nothing without effort. And honestly, Madrid may need exactly that. Because right now, balance looks impossible. Think about the players Madrid are trying to fit together. Valverde, Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Güler, Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, everybody cannot play together. It's impossible. Somebody must sacrifice. Somebody must accept rotation. Somebody must defend more. Somebody must lose freedom for the structure of the team. Otherwise, this squad will never truly function.
That's why Mourinho's tactical flexibility becomes interesting. Would he use a disciplined 4-4-2? Would Vinicius play wider with defensive responsibilities? Would Mbappe stay centrally? Could Güler even fit Mourinho's direct football? Would Bellingham sometimes need to sit out for tactical balance? These are difficult decisions, but Mourinho has never been afraid of difficult decisions. That's why many Madrid fans believe he may genuinely be the only manager strong enough to control this dressing room. Because Real Madrid's biggest issue right now may not actually be football. It may be mentality, ego, discipline, sacrifice. And before fixing tactics, Mourinho would first need to fix the dressing room itself. Only then could the football truly work again. So now the question is, should Mourinho really return to Real Madrid? And could the special one save Madrid one more time? Comment below, and don't forget to subscribe